Let's
Oh,
see, upcoming Fortnite.
support a creator program? That sounds kind of useless.
Oh, dude, the Valentine's
This
Day
should be
event leak
over
happened.
here,
Really? Hold on. That's important.
which
Fortnite
means that
Valentine's
this
Day.
should be over here. Okay, now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking with gas.
You, Nick.
Nicholas,
What's up?
what is your opinion on the ending of the last One Piece chapter?
I'd have to refresh myself on what. Oh yeah, Big Mom has amnesia.
Amnesia.
I'm excited to see where it's going. Honestly, like
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
has anybody?
No, I think it'd be a lot more interesting. Like he actually has a way to defeat Kaido now if he has Big Mom. If he can
I
somehow
mean-
fight her. Like
Well, that's.
I mean, but
I'm going to
then-
allow us to see a new side of her character we haven't seen before.
What?
I mean,
Yeah,
but
that's
then
true.
it's not Luffy having progression at all.
I mean, no,
in
it
terms
doesn't
of
mean that
strength.
at all either, though.
But I mean,
he's
do
not
we
gonna progress.
do we really have to have like that much progression?
Strength progression for the man who wants to be the Pirate King. Yeah,
Well,
he's
yeah, but
struggling.
not-
He's struggling to take down commanders at this point. For the first emperor to be taken down by his side, I think that'd be like a big middle finger to the fandom, especially considering this is a shonen manga.
I mean, I think people are just worried that like Big Mom goes from being a Yonko, which is one of the like most powerful and
It's
should
a
be
world-
most respected
it's a-
characters to just like potentially a slave of the Straw Hats.
I mean,
I mean, as
the
long
one,
as it's not
the
like
one thing that I really don't want is just another arc of Big Mom being brain dead.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't
that's
want that,
already
yeah.
that's already guaranteed.
the moment she set foot in the yard,
Like,
we knew it was gonna happen.
It's better than her, screeching wedding cake for an entire arc, but like
Yeah.
not by
Not by much, but it's something, you know. I'd rather like it would require some bullshit asshole to beat Kaido at this point. Like, and you can't deny that. I think it's at least hey, I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but what else can you think of? Bullshit.
Army versus Kaido. The army wears him down. The army is whittled away.
What army?
Then
What army are you talking about? Come on.
the army of the Alliance, samurais, the crews.
I don't really think that anyone in that army per se can like do anything to
And
Kaido.
yeah,
No
I
one,
don't think-
they can't beat him, but numbers add up.
I don't think so.
It's like
I mean-
it's like a raid. It's like a raid boss.
I don't think it is like a
think about it on
raid
the
boss,
flip
though.
side, because Kaido
Well, I
has
mean,
numbers too.
the difference between Kaido and a raid boss is that like even with like the worst weapons in a game, you could still do at least one damage to
Right.
a raid boss.
Yeah, I don't think Kaido would take damage from people like that.
At the end of the day, you have to remember these are people. Kaido, you can pluck them and it's still doing like 0.00001%
Yes,
damage.
thank you for proving my point. So far in the series, it has not been shown that people are capable of damaging poneglyphs. So
That's true. That's a valid point.
And on that note, my quesadillas are like 10 minutes away. I will talk to y'all later, or possibly when I sober the fuck up. Depends on if I'm awake. All right.
I don't believe in sobriety.
Okay.
What? I'm gonna order some Dominoes. My parents are asleep, but I don't give a shit. All right, hold on.
That's pretty hard.
Honestly, I think that Oda likes Law too much to kill him outright.
I don't think he does at all. I think that he hates Law based on what we saw in Dressrosa.
I mean, well, what makes you think he hates him? I don't see any evidence to support that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a joke, but if we're talking about what he's done to him in the story, Law's
'Cause he got-
biggest goal was basically to get revenge on Dofi, and when he was given the opportunity, Dofi worked him in ways that have never been seen before in this series. So
He really got it up the butt.
it was so bad. It really was sickening. honestly.
But I mean, like, even if he didn't make Law the strongest character in the series, I feel like he still writes Law like he likes him.
Yeah, but he was given this
Yeah.
like this ability in the surgeon whatever like that's so valuable. I can't imagine it doesn't get used at some point in the series.
I don't think Law is going to use it. I think it's probably somebody has already used it.
It's possible too. I could see that being
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody's already used it, but
maybe
I
maybe
would
on Kaido.
think Law is well, maybe, who knows? But I would definitely think that Law would probably at some point as well.
I mean, I think it's possible. I don't know how likely it is just based off of Law's character.
I'll be pretty disappointed if it's like to counteract Luffy's Gears damage. which
Yeah,
is, like,
I mean,
the most
does he still
popular
take
shit.
damage from Gears?
I mean, there's never been anything saying that he doesn't. In fact, when
Yeah.
he used Gear 4th, it was said that that was just going to amp up the damage that he's already taken from Gear 2 and 3. So, I would imagine no, but he just whips it out so often, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
He really has to have like 30 years left at the most.
I mean,
With how
Seems
much
like
I
a
think it's
lot
like
to
this.
me.
he could die in the series. Like a lot of that's a common theory, and I kind of buy into it as well.
I mean,
Luffy?
I don't
Yeah.
really buy into it unless you're talking about like an epilogue.
Yeah, are we talking like last like 5 episodes?
We're not talking like yeah, like I'm not talking
Oh,
like
sure, absolutely. Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, I can buy into that. But not
I
like the series cannot continue without Luffy. No way.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, you're absolutely
obviously.
right.
Silvers, I told you I'm way too drunk to set that shit up right now. This is the best I could do. And you know it, you like it. Okay? You know you like it.
I mean, he did just walk you
Actually works pretty well.
on how to
After
not
the
make it
stream.
ugly.
He didn't walk me through shit. He sent me a link. He was like, "Here you go." Oh shit. Juan has arrived. I haven't talked to him in a while.
One is here.
Zoro,
One.
Luffy, and Kid are all stronger than
He always used
Law.
to join my live streams.
So, what do you think about Sanji's raid scene?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with it, honestly.
It equalizes him to Zoro.
Okay. No. Especially because the funny thing that this is really baffling me, but people seem to be overlooking is that the invisibility is not very useful.
From the raid 2? Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it definitely it has
it is
applicability.
useful unless you think that Shiryu has a low tier fruit.
Correct. I do.
I mean,
You think
I like-
that Blackbeard is going around searching for low tier fruits?
The only way that I see Shiryu's fruit not being low tier is if the awakening makes him invisible to observation hockey.
I mean, do we know for a fact? I mean, I'm not sure about this, but do we know for a fact that he isn't invisible to OBS?
No, we don't, but it is
possible.
very much, you have to make the assumption that that is the case, considering you can see people with your eyes closed. Like with
I mean, you're
observation
talking about
hockey.
Tora.
No, I mean, Luffy.
I mean, but we're talking about Shiryu. Like, this guy has got so much hype, and for him to have like a garbage fruit, like,
No, for the record, I actually am like headcanoning that the awakening is that you bypass observation hockey. I'm totally headcanoning that.
I mean,
but like, why shouldn't it in like it's like the way he has it now?
yeah, that's what I don't understand. Why would he need an awakening for that?
Well, I mean, people can sense things with their eyes closed with observation hockey.
I'll make his fruit almost just a liability until it's awakened.
Well, definitely not a liability. It wouldn't hurt him. But
Well, I mean, he can't swim, but that doesn't really matter. Somehow.
I mean, it would hurt him that most people in the New World have observation hockey, so he kind of just, lost his ability to swim for no reason.
oh, okay, I guess. I mean, as the story has gone on, that weakness to Devil Fruit has severely decreased. But
yeah, like
I know, I agree. I mean, disappointed when he got that fruit. I was like, okay. So what does this do?
I think you're underselling it a little bit. I think it's got to be a little better than low tier countered by anybody with OBS. Like that's kind of very anticlimactic for a Yonko Commander 1.
I agree.
For somebody with as much hype as Shiryu behind him.
Not really. He's going to be Zoro's final opponent. But
I mean, likely, since, if you're trying to match up everybody with the Straw Hats with somebody in, Blackbeard's crew, it would be Zoro and Shiryu.
yeah, they're both swordsmen.
Unless of course we get a cool invisible fight between Sanji and Shiryu.
Yeah, that's looking a lot more possible now, right? I mean,
that would actually be cool.
That would be cool, but like
that would almost be weird now if that didn't happen.
how would you draw that?
Oda would. He is the guy to send.
All we have to do is draw backgrounds.
I mean, it would be interesting, like just just like those hit effects going on everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird.
Still here.
People have so much like built up Shiryu to be Zoro's final opponent.
Oh, Frankie, Silvers is back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Here we go. He's gonna want to say something about the topic.
Gonna leave in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, less. Probably
Give him 30 seconds. Give him. All right, you got 30 seconds. Go.
What?
Okay.
You do whatever you want.
Now, I just ate my quesadillas. I drank a fuck ton of water, and I pissed the fuck out of my toilet. I am partially sobered up, and I had to come in here. One, the only way invisibility will be any way useful is if they learn that presence suppression shit that Flampe mentioned in the manga and that Rayleigh was talking about in the anime. Second, an invisible fight would be the dumbest shit ever to touch a manga page.
Are you talking about the Manx?
That would be great.
No, the Minx too, but Flampe, when she was shooting Luffy with the needles, she said that she mentioned in the manga that she was suppressing her presence.
You're a
and
fucking
yet
genius.
Still dodging.
Are you saying that Sanji's final opponent is going to be Carrot?
No, Carrot's going to fucking die.
No, Carrot's joining.
Shut up, Nick. No, she's not. I have a headache, and I don't know why.
Probably a hangover kicking in.
Quesadillas are supposed to be the cure for headaches.
No.
Yes, quesadillas cure everything.
No, the cure for a hangover is a Coca-Cola from McDonald's.
No, the cure for a hangover is a shot.
Oh, is that Georgia talking? Or
You're right.
Now, and back to what I was saying, an invisible fight would be the dumbest shit to ever exist.
Okay.
They're both in. Hold on, wait, no, time out, pause, flag on the play. Okay, let me say this: if they're both invisible and they both have great observation hockey to detect each other, what would be the point?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oda would just be going the extra mile to draw those little outlines that he does for invisible people for no reason.
It'll probably save him time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What would be the point?
Save him
Are you
time.
if they both can't detect each other, they'd just be two invisible fuckers standing still on a battlefield who can't attack anybody, who gets attacked by everybody, but they can't attack each other. It's fucking dumb. As soon as Sanji went invisible with the spoilers, Oro Jackson lit up saying, "Oh my God, Sanji's fighting Shiryu now." This is not like when two people have swords and you go, "Oh, they're fighting each other now." No, that is not how it works.
No,
These are two invisible fucks.
Silvers, you know you want it.
No, I want Zoro versus
an invisible fight wouldn't be so perfectly One Piece.
No,
that's very One Piece. It really is.
That would be the dumbest thing any mangaka has ever come up with. They think they're being creative. It's gonna be fucking dumb.
They said the same thing about the end of the Katakuri versus Luffy fight. They said there's no way to make this ending of the fight go well. Oda sent it. Okay, he sent it.
Two elastic people, yeah, that's interesting. Two swordsmen, that's interesting. Fucking Usopp versus Van Augur, two marksmen, interesting. Two invisible, what? What?
Really boring.
What? You think that would be boring?
I mean, it'd be better than an invisible fight.
Okay, no. Boring. Okay, hold on. Have you played Call of Duty World at War?
Yes, that's the best Call of Duty of all time by far. Nothing compares.
You know that mission where you play as a sniper and you have to cat and mouse with another sniper? That was great. That was such a good mission, and that would be
that's a really good concept. I would enjoy that. Like,
could you imagine? Yeah. Could you imagine like the Straw Hats on the Sunny making their way to wherever the fuck the Blackbeard pirates are, or they're making their way to Raftel, and the Blackbeard pirates are already there, and Van Augur is shooting at the Sunny, and Usopp is just countering that shit. Island to ship, like what the fuck?
I was thinking like that would be awesome. I was thinking of like a head-to-head fight. I'm like, why would you ever want that?
Those kinds of matchups make sense. If it's just now you see me, now you don't, but they both can detect each other, what would be the point? And if you say, oh, they can pop out, they can disappear so one doesn't find them and then reappear, why the fuck are you reappearing if they can't find you? It's dumb. An invisible fight would just be... Fuck no. 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 I hope Sanji gets that race fucking destroyed. And people who are losing their shit saying that Sanji's power is invisibility. Okay, yes, but it's not that. It's not that unique. If you remember back in Whole Cake Island, Niji used invisibility when he needs Sanji in the back.
Prove it.
He literally yelled out stealth, disappeared, and then reappeared behind Sanji and kneed him in the back.
Prove it.
So what you're saying is that invisibility bypasses observation hockey.
Only if... No, because when he disappeared, the reason he didn't attack is because Ichiji said, remember, if you keep fighting, we have Zeph as a hostage.
Okay. Imagine this. You can only... the only way to detect invisible people like that is by like seeing when you're gonna get hit through like future sight or something like that. Both of them have future sight and they're just like fighting each other in the future and avoiding each other's future attacks.
Okay, you know what that would be? That would be two invisible fuckers standing still, having a prediction battle because they both know what's gonna happen next, to the point where they're just seeing the other person standing still. Because there would be no movement for the future sight to predict. Because they're both predicting each other. An invisible fight is dumb.
Thanks.
Luffy won the war, but not that battle. He accomplished what he wanted to, but in my opinion, technically he won the fight.
No.
But if Katakuri wanted to, Luffy One Piece would be over.
Okay, let's be real. Nominated for Crunchyroll's Villain of the Year.
Say again?
Katakuri wasn't even nominated for the Crunchyroll Villain of the Year.
Can you say
because he wasn't really not nominated at all?
Because he wasn't a villain, he was an antagonist. Two different things. A villain has a specific goal in mind.
Okay, here's the thing: the
Katakuri has a specific goal.
Okay, but that's
not villain.
Yeah,
nitpicky.
that's not okay. Yeah, there is a best antagonist, and Katakuri's not nominated.
Katakuri had a specific goal in mind.
But
to
the main
kill Luffy for Big Mom.
the main-
Katakuri's
main
a
character of
stooge.
Overlord was
His
nominated.
goal
not
since
Katakuri.
he was born has been to be a complete fucking animal nonstop. That's his goal, and he succeeds.
No, he didn't succeed. He wasn't an animal nonstop.
What? When?
Every time he had a snack break,
That was just even better. That was the best.
then he wasn't an animal nonstop.
Animals need to eat.
Do you see those teeth?
Yeah, everyone needs to eat, but he wasn't a badass
I don't-
nonstop. Like he literally lazed around and was going, "Oh my god, donuts!"
Yeah. Yeah. You're jealous. Admit it.
Yeah, really.
I mean,
Jealous of
he
what?
got to eat some donuts. I could go for a Boston cream.
Like,
donut.
okay, like for example, here, okay, this is perfect. So, most people refer to me as like the god of all things, but at the same time, you give me a bowl of some delicious curry, and I'm gonna be fucking looking not that godly. So,
Yeah, then you're
who
not
refers
then
to
you're
you as
not
God of all
godly.
things?
Then you're not godly all the time.
not accurate.
Okay, but like
What did you know what? I'm not gonna question
I'm
that.
pretty sure even God would have a nod over some good curry.
Mm-hmm. Right. Have you had korma? Korma.
These sound like white people things.
It's Indian.
Yeah. Oh, I've never had them.
It's Indian, please. God, you're so uncultured.
I am very uncultured, but the way you said it sounded like a white person thing that you took from. It's like when white people say quesadillas and
Hey, no one says
tortillas.
that.
Who's
That's
ever
just
said
only
that?
in
No
Texas.
one has ever said
Yes,
quesadilla.
You would-
like-
You would be surprised.
No one says quesadilla.
Yeah, they
I've never heard someone say quesadilla.
No, nobody says
Uh,
nobody says quesadilla without joking.
No, this bitch was dead serious.
That's pretty specific.
She walked into Taco Bell and said, "Oh hi, I'm exaggerating the voice. I can't do her voice. It was
No, I
she
like
was a
it's turning me
special.
on. I'll keep going.
She was a special kind of aggravating. She's like, "Oh hi, how's the chicken quesadillas?" And I almost laughed in this woman's face. I literally
Are you working at
almost.
Taco Bell?
What happened? Yeah, I was in Taco Bell. I don't work in Taco Bell. No.
Oh,
Prove it.
I was curious.
I
Silvers,
don't even have my flight
what
license.
airline do you work for?
I used to work for United.
Oh, dude, United is the best.
I
Not the
know.
one that
Oh
threw
my
the guy off
God.
the plane.
All right.
Yeah,
Silvers,
we punched
Silvers.
little Asian people in the face.
Which is the worst
Happens.
one? And there is an objective answer to this one.
German wings.
No, Silvers.
Wait, what's the worst one of what? I didn't hear
Which
the
airline?
options. The airline. It's Spirit.
Yes! Oh my God! You're the best. You know
It's
exactly
Spirit
the right
Airlines.
answers. Dude,
They charge like
oh my
$12
God!
a
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah, because that thing's gonna fucking explode at any moment. Okay, it's a joke.
the
My
planes,
God! Oh,
the planes that they use are from like 1960s.
oh my God!
They
If
just
that,
repaint them.
I
They just repaint them.
I think the Wright brothers built them themselves. It's fucked. Okay, it's insane. You'd think the ones in
Spirit-
Ohio would be better too, but no,
Spirit-
they all suck.
Spirit Airline sucks.
Dude, Spirit is the worst. And when you're like landing and shit in the what are
There's
the
so
girls that
much-
walk around? What are those called?
The
Yeah.
attendants.
The
Flight
attendants, okay,
attendants,
and they're
they
giving
don't
their
like
whole
being
little
called-
speech. They're like, "Oh yeah,
They
we're the
don't like-
fastest growing airline in America." Yeah, probably by percentage because you probably have 5 fucking planes because these things suck so bad. They're horrible. I think I'm gonna die
Spirit Airlines.
every single time I'm on one
Spirit
of those planes.
Airlines, those planes are so old. They don't even have like the planes aren't even constructed
Oh.
to handle
They even have
turbulence
autopilot?
correctly.
And when these,
No, it's not.
Ugh.
It's not that they don't have autopilot. It's just that when you hit turbulence, those planes are not
It's insane.
constructed
It's
to
insane.
handle it.
It's a roller coaster, except you're in the air 40,000 feet. So you're like, oh, this is it. This is how it ends. Okay.
Only ever been on JetBlue.
Oh my god.
So.
Spirit
JetBlue-
is a fucking joke.
JetBlue-
I can...
JetBlue, depending on what state, they suck too.
Silvers.
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay, yeah, you're
I
on
mean,
the
I've
East
only
Coast.
I've only ever been on Delta, Korean Air. You know,
Delta Airlines is one of the greatest airlines to ever work for. They give you everything. You have a complaint, they tell you don't complain about it, and then they pay you not to complain about it. They are amazing. They take your complaint, they take the complaint, they tell you to shut the fuck up and take this money, and then they fix it.
Dude,
Delta is great.
the last plane I was on was Spirit, and
Why?
this bitch, because I wasn't paying for the fucking ticket because I am the last thing on the planet that would be made of money. My parents decided, oh, let's send it on Spirit because I was going alone. I was flying alone, so they sent me on Spirit. And
They were trying to kill their son.
trying to kill me. So towards the end of the flight, they announced that, we got on this special plane that one of the seats under it or in the thing that you pull down, it's like a table, there was a like 5,000 miles for free or something on Spirit. Oh, okay, that's really exciting. And like 30 seconds pass and no one sounds excited. So they're like, okay. So it turns out that the seat that had the free 5,000 miles was vacant. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, because you know, only a third of the plane was
Oh my God.
actually, it had passengers in it. So,
And they had to
of course,
distribute the weight of the plane throughout
so what they do to us is they're like,
shit.
all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some trivia. Whoever gets the answer right first gets this 5,000 miles. And so they're
Oh my
like,
God.
okay, if you can name all of the names of our flight attendants that we announced at the beginning of the flight, then you win the 5,000 miles. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess they're just scamming us and no one's getting the 5,000 miles. And so, you know, we wait like 15 seconds, no one raises their hand or hits their button or whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, that was pretty tough. If you can name 3 out of 4 of them, then you win. 10 seconds
flew
pass. They're like, okay, all right. If you can name 1 of our flight attendants, you win right there. And you know, like 30 seconds later, we're like, okay, well, thank you for flying with Spirit Airlines. We will be hitting Cleveland soon. I hope you guys enjoyed your flight and make sure to fucking send it on Spirit next time. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck you. Great.
So fucking depressing.
So no one won? Like, okay.
Why? Okay,
I
why
helped
didn't-
fly
why
the
didn't you just-
fucking planes, and even I didn't care to remember all of the flight attendants.
Dude,
Why didn't you just get
Oh
up,
my God.
walk over to one of the flight attendants, and read her name tag?
Because depending on how close you are to landing, you
No,
can't
Nick,
get up.
that's actually an excellent question. But the reason for that, I decided not to mention because it would only make Spirit look even more stupid. But the reason for that is because at the beginning of the flight, I actually do recall them saying their names because they weren't saying their real names. They were saying some crazy-ass shit. Like, and these aren't accurate because no one would ever remember any of these, but one of them was like Kawuzi, and another one was like Dorelio, or just
Maybe
some
just- they could be ethnic
crazy
names, I
ass
guess.
shit. Like they were fucking around, and everyone was laughing, and they were laughing, and I didn't even know what was going on because I'm like, oh, is this a professional flight?
Because
This is
at one
professional?
point,
Okay.
Spirit Airlines was doing that whole, the name you were given at birth isn't
Oh
your
my God.
name
Oh, no, they just don't
because
give a shit.
Stupid as hell.
The worst thing about it too is after you go on this shit and your takeoff is atrocious and you think you're gonna die, and the entire flight it's a roller coaster, and as you're descending your ears can't stop popping and you think it's all
love that
over, and the landing bounces 4 times before it's actually on the ground. Then you finally start walking off, and as you're getting off, you see the pilot, and he's like, "Oh yeah, thank you. Have a nice day." And he just looks like he thinks he did the best fucking job of flying that bitch, and he had no idea what he's doing. He probably can't even spell pilot.
First off,
he probably did the best that he could given the plane that he was given.
yeah, I was about to say the plane is shitty already. So when you hit the tarmac, you're going to feel the landing. And secondly, landing is not the easiest thing in the world.
I believe it. I would think it would be harder, except that I went on United one time and I couldn't even feel the fucking landing.
I mean,
that's because of the plane.
I mean, I've only ever flown a Cessna, and like they would let me take off,
Cessna.
they wouldn't let me land it.
Wait, did you say you flew a plane?
Yeah.
Okay, so
where'd you get to fly a plane?
I was already pretty reluctant to allow Asians to drive cars, but now they're letting them drive planes.
Oh my god!
Oh really?
I mean, to be fair, driving a plane is a lot more brainless than you think.
Yeah,
a Cessna.
No traffic.
A Cessna. No, there's actually more traffic in the skies than there are on most freeways. And a Cessna is like a small cargo plane.
How are we defining traffic?
Not vehicles, not the amount of vehicles, but
because there's no way it'd be by vehicles.
Fuck no. It's defined by how hectic it is.
Like in
you know what?
Breaking
You
Bad.
wanna hold on. You wanna talk for a second about this guy in the chat? Luffy is a 100, Zoro is a 99.9.
Bullshit.
Accurate,
That's stupid.
Luffy is 100, Zoro's 90, Sanji's, let's just say 75.
That's like the exact numbers I always use.
I mean, I don't even know about 90. Like, Luffy got like a gigantic buff in Whole Cake.
I mean,
guys.
Yeah, but that sounds better to me.
Guys, what are you doing?
Talking about One Piece, you idiot. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't embarrass me on my stream. Holy shit. Did I hear 75? Okay.
I did hear 75.
Yeah, 75. I agree with that.
I'm not actually sure if the Zoro number or the Sanji number is worse because they were so bad, each of them.
Okay, what would you say?
You do realize I'm scaling this based off of the Straw Hat crew alone, right? Not in terms of not in terms of numbers of the verse.
I mean, in terms of numbers of the verse, Luffy's like 2.
Oh yeah, wait, no, it's just Luffy is the base, right? Yeah.
Luffy is the base at 100. Luffy's the pinnacle, 100. Zoro, 90. Sanji, I'd give him an 80, 85.
Oh, you changed it pretty quick.
Yeah, because I was over exaggerating. I fucking hate raid suits.
I think that
I think raid suits
the way people use these numbers a lot of the time is like you might be closer than you're thinking, but the numbers that you use are a lot different. Like, in my opinion,
everybody has a different way of scaling it.
Like,
if somebody was 100 and somebody was 90, the way I see it, the person who was 100 would no diff the 90.
Wait, what?
No.
Is this like a Richter scale? Like, what's this?
No, it's not a Richter scale.
You're thinking logarithmically then.
No, it's not that I'm thinking logarithmically. It's linear. But think about it.
Wait, okay. That does not make any sense.
No, think about it this way. Okay, think about it this way. If Luffy is 100, and we're thinking not logarithmically, we're thinking like just it's all.
I'm not thinking Pokemon levels here.
Okay.
I'm just throwing out. I'm just throwing out random numbers. Like it's not.
If
it's
Luffy's
not
100, then Arlong, by that logic, would be less than 1.
Right now, Luffy with Gear 4 and all that against Arlong in Arlong Park, yeah, Arlong's not even on that scale.
He wouldn't even need.
He's not
he
even
wouldn't
one.
need Conqueror's Hockey. He'd do like that Bleach Soul thing.
No, he could
well,
do. I mean, he could,
I might be back in
Arlong,
a bit.
Arlong
You know
could
what? I'm not
headbutt
even-
Luffy, and his arm hockey would just fucking end it. I mean, that would.
You know what?
That'd be it.
You know what? I would put Arlong on that scale because as of right now, I think that Arlong could still fight Usopp or Nami and still come out on top. He could still win it. It'd be a fight. It'd be a hard fight, but I think he could still come out. I think he could still come out and win some of those fights.
I mean, he's gonna get one shot by Zeus.
I don't count Zeus because Nami has never used Zeus except for that one time. Yeah, it's in the staff, but Nami has to charge him up. That's a long charge time.
Juan is asking, will Frankie get a power boost in Wano?
Oh yeah, of course. Well,
Most-
no, hold on,
probably.
no, Frankie doesn't really need one. I mean, Frankie Shogun is kind of busted.
I mean, that's the Shogun. I think he's talking about Frankie himself.
But like
But-
he has that Shogun form. Like he wouldn't really even need a buff because that Shogun form is already so
Yeah,
powerful.
I originally severely underestimated General Frankie, but I'm starting to think that it could be pretty intense.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
the
you
General
thought-
Frankie is a broken ass buff, but you also have to remember that's not a part of Frankie's kit.
Yes, it is.
Frankie has to no, it's not. Frankie has to get all of the vehicles from off of the Sunny, combine them in a normal fight. Like take Dressrosa for example. Frankie Shogun was not a part of his kit.
So you're saying it's his all?
It's situational. He has to have the Sunny in close proximity, and those vehicles have to be in close proximity. And on top of that, whoever's driving those vehicles they can't have any use for him when he wants to go Frankie Shogun.
But you know, like if he uses Frankie Shogun more, like he damn near doesn't even need a buff for the rest of the series.
Frankie already doesn't need an arc buff because he's constantly upgrading himself.
What about
Constantly.
the Emperor? What are we thinking that can do in the New World?
The
what are you
Emperor?
talking- Emperor? What?
Yeah,
What?
It's called like Frankie Emperor or something.
That doesn't exist.
What?
That's not a thing.
Thriller Bark. We didn't get to actually see it in action because Robin wouldn't dock.
Oh,
You
that.
talking about the docking
What are we thinking out of that one?
whoever's the next
I'm
person to join the crew who's
I'm
slim
thinking
enough for
Parrot.
Frankie to grab. No.
I'm thinking
What?
that's how they beat Kaido.
Yeah, that could be.
The fucking docking
That
system.
would be good. Seriously, that would be the way to do it.
the
Fuck.
fucking
Nah, get Big Mom out of here. She's gonna get destroyed by Kizaru.
Big Mom, when the Elbaf arc comes around, I feel like that's where Big Mom will no longer be a joke, and it'll be shown that she is a force to be reckoned with. But at that point, she'll be so disgraced that
Well,
people won't even take her seriously.
I mean, the Straw Hats are about to take her out to sea and tell her that she can swim. So we'll see if she makes it to Elbaf.
Chopper took a Hippocratic oath to never harm a patient in need.
Chopper is going to be tied up by Law.
Law took a Hippocratic oath, and he even said it in recent chapters. As a doctor, I will not kill.
Nick, I'm
Even though he's
sending
called
you
this
as a what's like
What?
another word for someone you send out to like scout and shit.
A
Um,
headhunter?
No, not like that. What? No.
Interview.
No.
You talking about the person who you send out to scout?
What? Yeah. But
It's called a scout. You're sending him to scout ahead.
no, that's lame. It's cool. I'm looking it up. I'm sourcing this.
Alexa, what's another word for scout?
It's gonna give you the noun. Wait, I want the noun.
Include portly, early, or heavy. For the meanings strong, runny, tenacious, hulking, vigorous. For more
Outpost. That's a good one.
stout,
The Vanguard.
I didn't say stout.
Oh,
I said
yeah, Vanguard.
scout.
Vanguard would have been good, although not really fitting in this particular. But it would have been good enough. I would have said it anyway if I would have thought of it. Well,
How about
Fourth Sin was in Wild Blue, but he left. I was gonna send Nick to make sure his mic wasn't abysmal. But yeah, Fourth Sin. What's going on? Get back in Wild Blue.
Okay, I'm super serial this time.
Super.
I gotta
because
get.
you said that last time.
Yeah, I'm.
Is that a pun based on the
yeah
current
the
conversation?
One Piece chapter is out.
What?
Yeah,
The
the One Piece chapter is out.
Don't do this to me.
What are you talking about?
No, it was an early release.
No, you're fucking okay. You're fucking.
The official is coming out on Friday, so the scan got leaked early.
There we go.
But
Someone just link.
I'll talk to you guys later. It's been real.
All right, go.
See you later, Silvers.
Nick, you handle this, Nick. Is this really for real?
I don't know. I'll investigate.
I'm also investigating. Chapter. Oh, let me just Reddit this. One Piece Reddit. No way. Spoilers are out.
Maybe that's what he meant. I had a feeling that's what he meant. Or like, yeah, like you said, the scan. It's not translated yet.
Man, the spoilers being out though is pretty. Wait, when was the time on that? That was a day ago. Holy shit, the chapter's actually probably out. We just have to find it.
Alright, I'm on it.
Oh my god.
First things first, where's Domini's box? Chapter 932, 13 minutes ago.
Where?
It's on Jiminy's box.
Really?
Yeah, I'll link you.
Fuck. Alright, well, I guess I might as well end the stream so I can read this shit. Alright, well, thank you everyone for showing up. As you should be excited about as well, apparently the new chapter's out, so we're gonna go read this shit. Thank you very much for watching. It was fun. Again, like I said in the title, it's gonna be a short stream, but it's been a while since I streamed, so I had a good amount of fun. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Video should be out on Friday. See you then.